talk to the law. Yeah, they think I'm tripping, they listen. They know our every move, yeah, they want us all in prison. That's why I can't sleep at night until they get in. I'm on another mission, I'm just young and I'm living.
I done seen the best stuff from jail. 25 to life in the gas stop. Never met a man.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back. Fly to the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped. Cold behind the line of scrimmage.
On the line.
Now Wentz. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go. Great.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jackson on 2nd down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now here come the Ravens.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And they'll run him here. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? And almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. He rifles one that's in it, and I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the interception, here's Jackson to the right side, and he's got more complete. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They got to find a way to get back in sync.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stout troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is fielded at the 7. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Please.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
23 yards on the play. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown, as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Wentz. Bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now Wentz. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A little ground game here with the tailback. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Dixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now on 1st, Dixon again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 1st and goal, Dixon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And that'll extend their lead to 14-3. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, You go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't. Beat us.
Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on first is Wentz. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
All right, here we go. B-19! Gun, gun! B-19! Gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter,
and they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On second down, here's Wentz. Going to look deep for Jeffrey. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Jackson looking to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This one from 35 yards away. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tyus Bowser able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 48 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Wentz. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Tim Williams in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Wentz now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
3 down. There we go. Back. Waiting. What's your son?
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And able to find John Brown. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now Jackson going to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. To throw is Jackson. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Let's go.
And he stopped immediately there. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Wentz to throw on 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.